Hey, we're back with Stocks. We're back with me, obviously. We don't got to do introductions anymore. We know who we are. We know what we are about, and we're about breaking down week 1 and week 2. And furthermore, we're gonna keep breaking it down. Man, I feel so bad for this guy. I mean, we talked about this guy, and I still think he's still gonna win the division. But the Jacksonville Jaguars get skunked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, maybe this is just a game you throw the tape away, man, and say, okay, I'm moving on. Because I really think the Jacksonville Jaguars can still win that division. But the Steelers, he obviously wanted to prove a point early in the season, and he did it.
Yeah, he did do it with,
yeah.
Everybody was questioning why would he draft a rookie running back. Well, guess what? He drafted him.
Yeah.
21 attempts for 200 yards.
Yeah.
So there you go about why would he have Mendenhall and this kid Ross? I guess in case Mendenhall goes down or Ross goes down, because Mendenhall ended up having 9 carries, only 17 yards, but he had a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, an old poker term, you never want to show your hand. Well, I'll tell you what, the Pittsburgh Steelers is showing his hand, and he doesn't care. He's running that train, that two-headed monster, and he's running it well. And he really proves he's really got probably, the best combo you can have when you're talking about running and passing. If you want to shut down his run, he'll throw it with a speedster Wallace. He'll throw to Antonio Brown, who's actually from my backyard, Michigan. So I know what Antonio Brown's all about. But if you want to shut down his run game, which is hard enough to do, 21 attempts for 200 yards. Now, a big chunk of that did come on the 80-yard run, but still, legitimate Super Bowl contender. And people say we don't talk about the AFC a lot. Well, the Steelers is making sure I talk about him at least, because 41-17 is gonna get you attention in this podcast, and should get you attention anywhere. In any kind of platform. This guy legitimately showed up.
Yeah, looking at the kid Kobe Ross, he's rated an 83 with the 96 speed, 98 agility, 96 acceleration. He's got a 95 stiff arm, so he's also at a 94 juke move. So at 6 feet 219, he with a big stiff arm like that, he is kind of a Darren McFadden type back. He's got the speed, but he's also got that stiff arm, and he's got the juke. His elusiveness is 83, so he's not super Barry Sanders like.
Right. But when you got 96 speed, it's not as impressive as it was a few years ago in Madden. But 96 speed is still 96 speed.
Yeah, you gotta have the speed to be able to break the outside run, so he can do that. And his agility, I look at agility is that too. If those are the first 2 numbers I look at as in a running back. If they're high, I believe you can break on the outsides.
Yeah, again, I just throw this game away. If I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars, just throw it away. You didn't get Maurice Jones-Drew enough touches, which I understand is because you were down. You had some decent passing yard numbers, but, just throw it away, man. You're a good player. Move on to week 3 and see what you can do. The game that really sticks out to me, these AFC guys must have heard the cowbell ringing when we weren't talking about them, and they're really mad at us, Docs, because we're going to talk about another AFC game that really surprised me. That's Baltimore and the Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, that was a close game. Bengals came out with the win 14-13, the rivalry, 1-point victory, it must have been a nail-biter, but Andy Dalton, 3 for 11 for 59 yards, 4 interceptions. Did he get off the bus? Did he forget to wash his hands with, he had Vaseline on his hands or something? The ball was just slipping off, 4 interceptions. It's kind of remarkable because we know how good the Bengals are. He went with Bernard Scott, 15 rushing attempts, for 104 yards, which is awesome against the Ravens defense. We all know how the Ravens defense is. On the other side, Ray Rice, 26 attempts, 88 yards with the touchdown. Basically, the scoring summary was back and forth. And
well, I'll just say this about the. Everyone talks about the Ravens defense. Well, I guess the Bengals wanted us. He wanted us to know he has the defense too, because Andy Dalton, 3 for 11. You hit four interceptions. He obviously wasn't helping the cause, so it was a defense type of game, and they showed up. But out of everything, man, if I threw 4 interceptions, not only would I lose, I would not have held my opponents to 13 points. And I'll tell you what,
I think we were just talking about that, giving away the ball 4 times.
Yep.
And he still comes out with the victory.
It's remarkable. I don't know what to say, man. It's like if I was watching heart surgery or something. I don't know how to do it. I don't care how it's done. Just get it done. If the guy's heart works, fine. And I tell you what, the Bengals, his playoff hopes, they're still beating, man. They're still rumbling. And with this big divisional game, he's proven it. No doubt about it.
If there's ever such thing as an ugly win, is one, and this is the carbon copy, because the Bengals showed it right there. He's 2-0.
Yeah. We're trying to spread the AFC wealth around, and we don't really have a choice now because these AFC opponents are stepping up and showing us, hey, you better talk about us. I tell you what. Again, look at the box scores. Another AFC team. You got the Seahawks and the Rams. Another 2-point slim victory. We never talked about the Seahawks at all last season, I don't think. We didn't break down a single Seahawks game. And again, they're showing us, hey, you better talk about us.
Yeah, the Seahawks, he actually went back with Matt Hasselbeck. With this, back with his team now. So he's got, he's still got Marshawn Lynch. He's got the Zach Miller. He's got I think that's the Steve Smith of the Giants. Yep, the old Steve Smith of the Giants. So yeah, the Seahawks, they kind of have the same team as they were given. Justin Forsett, those type of players. That division is pretty much up in the air because we don't know. We do know one thing, that the Cardinals owner can come back from the dead, and the Rams guy, I'm not, the Ram player is, he's a solid player.
Yeah.
The Seahawk, I'm not too familiar with. I think he's a new owner.
I think he's a new owner. So but being a new owner, there's only one way to get people's attention, and that's winning. If you're gonna win, you get people's attention quick. You lose the new guy stigma really quick if you start getting wins, because people start to they're scared of you after that. So, but we talked about Andy Dalton turning the ball over 4 times and how that wasn't conventional, and we did not know how he won. Well, this is the opposite. This is the coin flip. This is the more conventional way of winning that you would expect. He went 8 for 14, didn't get a lot of completions, but threw for 3 touchdowns and didn't turn over the ball at all. So that's more of what you would expect.
Yeah, on the Rams side, he has a rookie wide receiver, Rashid Snow. He's 6'4", 215. He's only rated a 69. He's got a 69 speed, a 97 agility. His catch in traffic is 99. So that when you have a 99 somewhere on your attributes, and you're rated a 69,
you're valuable somewhere, yeah.
That shows something, because you don't get too many 99s and something, and so if you can exploit that attribute,
it's not a glitch. Stat. When we say exploit, we're not talking about a glitch. The guy is legitimately 6'4". I think this is just it shows you this guy did his homework when it came to the draft. Maybe we even missed it. We don't even know this Snow guy. Me and Stocks have lives. We work. We don't have time to really break down the draft like Mel Kiper or these type of guys. But you're gonna get our attention when you get the ball thrown to you 9 times and he puts up these great numbers. Now we're looking at his stats. Now we're giving him credit. But you know it as well as I do, Stocks. When you have a big receiver who can run fast, that's I mean
It's
that's
a deadly weapon, yeah.
yeah
You know that. You got him. You get the best deadly weapon in the game.
yeah I know. I mean he really does it. That's what Calvin Johnson's speed is. Calvin Johnson's 6'5" with 96 speed. A phenomenal. I don't know his jump, but his jump Calvin's is 96 jump. His is 86. But we're talking about a 69 guy. So that's impressive. But it just shows you these guys must have heard us talking about the AFC or the lack of AFC talk because these guys are showing up. What about the New England Patriots in Week 2 though? We talked about him in Week 1. Week 2, he proved that he's not just Adrian Foster. He got Tom Brady going a little bit, I think. Now Adrian Foster did still have a good game. Don't get me wrong, but looking at the stats, I might have jumped the gun a little bit because he did have 2 interceptions. But that tells you when you have talent, you can kind of make up for the interceptions. So maybe you're right, Stocks. But did Matt Castle throw that game away? 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions. You know.
Yeah, you're not gonna do nothing against a Patriots team when you give them 5 extra shots. The one player in the trade from the Bears was Matt Forte, and it doesn't seem like he's been doing anything pretty much.
No.
5 attempts for 34 yards. I mean, I don't think we mentioned him anything last year.
No.
And he's kind of a running back where he can carry a team because he's rated a 91 overall. So that trade, it's kind of suspect that Forte really hasn't shined any bit. Maybe we can keep an eye on him to see how he's going to do the rest of the year because, I mean, he's just an all-around good back.
Yeah, I'm looking at his numbers with KC in 2011. This is the opposite of what he was with the Bears. He had some different numbers, but just with the KC Chiefs, he only had 725 yards on less than 100 attempts for the year. So.
Yeah, and only 10 receptions. I mean, he's a back that catches the ball out of the backfield. He can catch the screens. He's a really good screen player. So he's maybe not being used to his best of his ability.
But remember, maybe this is just the Kansas City Chiefs getting used to him because if I remember right, he was injured for a long period of time after that trade.
Oh, okay. So then that's probably what shows the low amount of carries.
I want to say he was injured for like 8 or 9 weeks. So maybe this is just a product of him never using Matt Forte, and now, unfortunately for him, in Season 2, he's basically got to work him in. I know he had a lot of injuries last season, and that hurts. The thing that sticks out to me, though, is, I mean, maybe this is, again, a product of the Patriots and how much he was down, but McCluster is a weapon, and McCluster really hasn't. I mean, look at McCluster. He didn't do anything that game. I mean, absolutely nothing, so I don't know, but I think you'd want to get McCluster the ball all the time. He reminds me a lot of Reggie Bush, so I don't know what was going on there. Maybe it was a product of the Patriots, stiff defense or whatever, but man, you got to get McCluster more than 2 touches.
Yeah, you got to get McCluster the ball more just because he has a 99 agility and 99 acceleration. Those 2 99s on one set like that, with a 93 speed and a 96 juke move. I mean, this guy should be on your punt, kick, onside kick, defense, punt, anything.
Wildcat, line them up and use them. I mean, I know we played a friendly game and you did something I don't think I would ever do, but I saw that you did it in our friendly game. You lined up Calvin Johnson in a punt return, kick return, especially punt returns, I noticed. I don't know if I would do that, but that's definitely something you could do in the cluster. I mean, get in the ball, man.
Yeah.
You got to.
Valuable.
I mean, he did get in the ball on the kick returns, but he only got 17 yards. The KC Chiefs don't have a lot of weapons. I mean, they have a few. They don't have the greatest quarterback. when you got a weapon like that, you got to use it, man.
Yeah, he's only got 3 carries for the whole year.
I think, if nothing else, this is a theme of use your 99s. I mean, we talked about the snow guy having a 99 but only being 69 rated. Well, when you got a 99, you got to use them.
Exactly, man.
And when you're not using them, you're only hurting yourself. Is there any other games you want to talk about?
No. Nothing that stands out for me. Those look pretty much it. Anything new going on with the league? Maybe we should just talk about now, since we can get away from the games and just talk about the league and how things. We got a new Falcons owner from Russia.
Yeah,
We did an interview with him, which was really nice.
Yeah, really good interview. I apologize for the sound quality. He did the best he could. You know, we're talking about time differences. We're talking about Russia and Michigan and the United States. It was like 3 in the morning his time. He lives with his parents. He couldn't talk loud. We're going to work on that. We're going to see if we can work out some time differences. Maybe he can join us different times throughout the season. I will preface it was a good interview. Just turn up your volumes as loud as you can turn them up. You know, there's not much I could do about it. There's definitely nothing he could do about it. But, again, you guys didn't have the guts to join us. This guy did. So don't give him too hard of a time because, you know, he put in the time to join us and all these things. And, you know, he had a lot of fun with it, I'll tell you that. So, again, I'm not going to say come on and join us anymore. You know where to find me. But, I mean, this guy came on and joined us. So, I mean, don't give him a hard time because you couldn't hear him that well. But it was a good time and it was fun. There was, I don't think you know this, Doctor. There was some drama today because two owners thought each other was dodging each other and they turned it into a High School Musical, and it was all kinds of crazy, and I think the game ended up getting simmed. The point I want to make here is play your games. I mean, we're here to play our games. We're not here to be politicians or drama queens or win prom king or win prom queen or any of that kind of stuff. Just play your games. That's what we're here for. That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, I was just gonna say a quick, that whole thing. We do have some Americans in different time zones and time zones over on the other side, and it can be a conflict. But if you can go that little extra, the majority time it'll work. Sometimes it won't, just because. I know we're in December now. We're getting close to the holidays, and people doing their own things, and just the holidays a lot more. You're a lot more
conflict
now than you are in July. Yeah. So if you just go that little extra, or just just help out the other guy, it should work.
And I'll say I think there has to be a vote on it still to make it official, but I think we're taking a week off for the holidays.
Yeah, that could only help us. People are busy with family and shopping, and just the whole the whole family thing. So yeah, it wouldn't hurt to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about maybe only playing one game for that whole week. That could work. Maybe not playing any games. Yeah. So I mean, I'm good to play, but again, I wasn't good to play on Thanksgiving. Manny did the whole draft for me. He went the extra mile, like Stocks was saying. He picked up the slack when I couldn't. So, if we gotta take an extra week off for Christmas, I'm okay with it. I'll live. It's just a game. My point is that I hate the phrase "it's just a game" a lot of times, though, because you took the time to join this league. Other people took the time. If you don't have the time, if you think it's just a game and you want to go on, fine. But to use that as an excuse is kind of disheartening. Now, saying that, I understand it's just a game and, family comes up, but don't just say, oh, well, it doesn't matter, it's just a game. People put a lot of time and, they use this as recreation, so keep that in mind as well.
Especially, if the other guy goes the extra mile to keep coming on the forums and keep trying to message you and, going to PS3 and messaging you, he's just going, you're going overboard trying to find you, and it's... If you just did a little bit extra, you guys would get your game in. You probably would. It's an hour. It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't be that hard. And I'll tell you what,
we're still far away from Christmas. We still got a couple more weeks, so it's only going to get busy. Life should only get busier now than this week.
Hey, maybe if everyone's committed, we can get a weekend before Christmas, so then we can take the week off and have we're right back on schedule. There's still the possibility of early advancements if people would play the games. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but imagine if it happens once or twice a season.
Then yeah.
You know what that means? That means we get an extra season in there when we didn't think we'd have a season. I mean, if we get a couple of early advancements every year, maybe it's not during Christmas, but it's during a different time of the year, that's only going to prolong this league. So if you want this league to continue until, because the next time you'll pick it up is Madden 13, that's a long wait,
Yeah, it's in August.
So, I think that's it for me. I'll let Stock sign us out here, and peace out, guys.
All right, guys, be good. Peace out.